We should be live here on YouTube for some NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series action here as we get ready for the second race in the longest weekend in motorsports as we are getting ready for this one. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so welcome on in. I've got a poll in chat for who we think is going to win the opening stage. So if you guys want to take part in that, you guys can go ahead and hop into the poll in the chat. I tried to pick one driver from each manufacturer that I feel like is a likely stage one winner. And then I went and threw other in the chat for as the fourth option because on YouTube polls will only let me go up to 4 options, so I cannot do a 5th option, unfortunately. So there we go. There we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. As I say, if you guys are having a good time, feel free to let me know by hitting the like button. And we had a massive group for ARCA earlier today. And now we're chilling out, getting ready for some NASCAR Truck Series action here. Welcome on in. Again, we got Memorial Day weekend going on. We got the hat. Alright, so there we go. Do you want to do a raid before tonight's race? Usually it ends up taking us quite a while to even, I guess we could raid like 8 people, but I usually think of raiding at the end of the stream rather than at the beginning. But let me see who all's. Let me see if there's any other people streaming this. So here we go. NASCAR Truck Series 2025. I'm going to specifically say watch party so that hopefully we can avoid any, but alright, so let's see. And let's filter. Oh, come on. Let's filter by live. Let's see. Features live. There we go. Alright. I am literally the only one in the search results for live. So there are no other streams that are currently live for the for this one. If there was other, I can't imagine I'm the only person. Okay, let's try taking out 2025 out of the search. And we need to put the filter back on for live. I know CeeLo is going to be going live, but yeah, it looks like we're the only person that comes up with that with the watch party filter. So there we go. Okay, the Kraken is the Kraken Wrestling is a small streamer. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, yep, doing WWE SmackDown. I guess we can do a quick raid since we got time. We're about 10 minutes away from the opening. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'll drop. If you guys haven't done a raid before, let me go ahead and explain to you guys how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna just drop a link in the chat. We'll go ahead and pop in. Send some positive vibes. If you guys enjoy the content, leave them a like. Maybe you guys drop a sub over there if you guys like wrestling. I think that'll be a good one for you guys. Alright, let's see. Oh, actually, never mind. Actually, I just realized a buddy of mine's actually streaming UFL right now, so we'll go ahead and drop a raid over on Rising Rhino. I was going to do it for the wrestling guy, but yeah, this guy, I didn't realize he was live because I was specifically trying to look for someone who's doing the same thing as us, so. Let's go ahead and do the Ryan raid here on, at the end of the stream, if he's still going, we'll drop some people off at the end of the stream if he's still going. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and raid Rising Rhino here. One, he's raided us before, so give him back some love, and also he's streaming some UFL right now, so I don't know if it's playoffs or what, but yeah, here we go. Okay, so yeah, it's not quite playoffs yet, but yeah, so they've got Battlehawks Brahmas going on right now. So yeah, just drop the hat, Shaggy Ryan raid if you guys want to go ahead and be a part of it. Link is in the chat. Alright, there we go, there we go. Alright, there we go. Popping on in. Alright, so there we go. Popping in for that raid again. Depending on, because again, I'm not expecting any kind of rain delay or anything here, so let's see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so yeah, again, say if we get the chance, we'll do another raid, and we'll make sure we get the we'll rotate through to the Kraken next. So yeah, having the active stream open on my computer will definitely hurt the performance, but there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Again, we did the ARCA race earlier this evening. Then we have, and now we've got the Truck Series race tonight. So there we go. Let's see how many votes we got. We got 7 votes on the poll so far. Looks like it's pretty balanced between Heim, Riggs, and Chastain, with like 1 or 2 votes for others. So there we go. All right, so we got 12 people hanging out in chat. Again, this is more people that I'm used to having in chat. So, again, thank you guys for everybody that's decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Friday here with us. All right, so there we go. And we are just getting ready for this one. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right. So, yeah, we are sitting 8 subscribers away from hitting 3,000 subscribers. If we could hit that by the end of the stream again, that would be insane. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good time. It has definitely been a busy week as we've been getting ready for some stuff. Of course, getting ready for Indy 500 Coke 600 doubleheader. Then you've got the fact that Indy 500 qualifying last weekend was insane. Yeah, and then led to an even more insane moment when Team Penske opted to blow everything up with the firing of Tim Cindric, not Austin Cindric. But yeah, firing Tim Cindric and 2, the managing director and GM of the IndyCar program as well, all got fired on Monday following the disqualification on Sunday from the Fast 12. So yeah, that was a monster penalty. That was either Monday or Tuesday. I think that was Tuesday actually when that news broke. But still, that was a monster bombshell for the Indy side of things. But honestly, it's going to have waves in NASCAR because now the question is, okay, what happens with Cindric? Do they make an effort to keep him? Does Cindric want to stay around a team that just fired his dad? I mean, for a while we thought that Cindric might, that Tim Cindric was the reason that Austin was employed. Is Austin going to be the reason that Tim ends up getting employed somewhere else? Because that'd be an interesting one. We're just getting ready for this one. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We are about 5 minutes out from the 5 minutes out from the start of this one. So again, welcome on in. Hopefully we can get a pretty good group going here. All right, there we go. Also just gonna go ahead and shoot a quick retweet of the Twitter post over on the Twitter. And boop. There we go. Retweet. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, let's go through the starting order. So we got Giovanni Ruggiero in the number 1 spot. Tanner Gray second. Corey Heim in the 3rd spot. Ross Chastain 4th. And Caden Honeycutt running out that top 5. A pretty solid top 5 there. Honestly, kind of surprised that Ford struggled in qualifying as much as they did with the ThorSport team and the front row cars. We'll get to them in a moment because Hemrick in 6th. Lane Riggs, the top Ford, in 7th. 8th was Rajah Caruth. 9th, Chandler Smith. And rounding out your top 10 is Jake Garcia, the highest of the ThorSport trucks, which that's interesting to see. Jake Garcia being the best of the ThorSport trucks. I think we're mostly used to that being either Ben Rhodes or Majeski usually at the top spot of the of their team, but nope, not today. All right, here we go. Let's see. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. All right, come on. Let's see starting lineup for the. So I'll get the full lineup so I can actually see it. Here we go. So again, we got Majeski in 11, so he's right there with his teammate on qualifying speed. Kyle Busch was 12th in the number 7 car. Brandon Jones in the number 1 car coming home in the 13th position for qualifying. Andres Perez de Lara coming home in the will be rolling off from the 14th position, and Connor Mosak starting in 15th. Matt Mills 16th, Dawson Sutton in the 17th position. So again, it's a pretty big field. Again, Grant Enfinger, we saw him duke it out for the 2nd position in the ARCA race about an hour ago. BJ McLeod driving the number 07 for Spire Motorsports will roll off 19th, and Stephen Parsons rounds out your top 20. Ben Rhodes, a former Charlotte winner, rolls off from the 21st position. Jack Wood comes home will roll off 22nd. 23rd will be Tyler Ankrum, who has already won his way to the playoffs, but looking to build some momentum here. Parker Kligerman returns to the Truck Series as he will race the number 75 car tonight for rolling off P24. And Tony Breitinger will round out your top 25 starters tonight. Matt Crafton in 26th. Timmy Hill 27th. Spencer Boyd 28th. Cody Dennison number 29 in spot number 29. And Justin Carroll coming off will be rolling off the grid in spot number 30. Frankie Muniz, Stuart Friesen, Luke Van House, and Mason Maggio all did not post a lap, but all got in via the via points. So all those drivers are in, and we are good to go. All right, so again, how's everybody doing? We got 10 people hanging out in chat. Again, thank you guys for everybody that's deciding to spend a portion of your very valuable time here with us as we are getting ready to go. Again, this we should be good for the race here shortly. All right, so there we go. Downtown Charlotte is a place I got the chance to go look around it during the spring and fall races of 2023 when I was down there. But yeah, literally the home track of every team in NASCAR. I'm pretty sure every team is actually officially based out of the Charlotte, North Carolina area nowadays. I know they used to be, we used to have Furniture Row Motorsports out of Denver, Colorado area, but they were the only team west of the Mississippi. So there we go. And again, getting ready for the Craftsman Truck Series as they get ready for 200 miles of racing. 134 laps, starting off with two 30-lap stages, so some very short sprints, and then a long haul truck of 74 laps to the checkers. So, welcome on in. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Feel free to let us know who you guys are pulling for tonight. If you guys have any specific drivers you guys want us to follow, in addition to, obviously, we'll be following the race leaders and some of the cup guys. Feel free to let me know so that we know who you guys want us following. I still need to get around to sleeving up a bunch of these NASCAR cards that I opened a while back when I was actually finding a lot of NASCAR cards on shelves. Got some Anthony Alfredo. Got a Casey Kane in here. Just trying to organize the desk a little bit here. Got a Tyler Ankrum, not a rookie card. I do have a Tyler Ankrum rookie card, I think. Yeah, in one of my piles, but yep. I've also got a Josh Berry rookie card, which is pretty cool. So there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yeah, if you guys are just joining us, we are getting ready for the start of the NASCAR Truck Series race from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Again, we got the starting top 10 over there on the side for you guys. If you guys have not seen it yet, let me see if I can clear out some. Actually, I know exactly what I can clear out, and it'll alleviate a lot of the stress here on the system. On all these Indy 500 attempted videos, because I tried to do an iRacing thing for Indy, but for the week of Indy, but it just did not work. Alright, now I just need to go into the recycling bin and empty that, and we should be nice and smooth. Yeah, there was a couple of files that were absolutely massive. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. That should hopefully help the stream be a little bit smoother there, as we got the also, I think are the lights on fast or slow mode? So again, I don't want to do them on fast mode, because again, okay, yeah, no, that is definitely fast mode. That's slow mode. It's still pretty quick, so. There we go. We are ready for this one. Again, they're going through the invocation, and we will be getting ready for this one. Is that Ross's wife or girlfriend there dressed up as Miss Watermelon? Yeah, in all like the pageant outfit. That's pretty cool. If that is what it is. If it's just a regular pageant person. I don't know if is Chastain even married? I literally have no idea. He's gonna say, because like if he's definitely older than your average young driver, you'd imagine. But yeah, there we go. All right, so they're doing the national anthem. We will be getting ready for this one. All right, so there we go. Hey, Sergeant Bob, how's it going? 38 truck. All right, Chandler Smith. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the race for sure. And again, we've got ourselves a poll in the chat. So you think 38's going to win? Do you think 38's winning stage one? Because I'm curious to see how Chandler and Lane Riggs do here. Again, didn't do as well in qualifying, but sometimes qualifying speed doesn't equal race pace. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But that could be an interesting one for sure. Alright, so there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 14 people hanging out in chat. We are sitting 8 subscribers away from hitting the big 3K. If we hit 3K tonight, that would be insane. But yeah, there we go. Hoping for another front row show tonight. I was at Wilkesboro. All right, nice. Yeah, can't wait. I'm going to be going to 2 races this year. I'm going to be going to Bristol and New Hampshire in back-to-back weeks. Going to get to see 2 truck races. Going to get to see an Xfinity race and 2 Cup races. So there we go. Maybe BJ McLeod throwing the hat back on after the national anthem, and drivers are going to be climbing into those trucks and getting ready to go racing. I believe they will go to a quick commercial break. And yeah, we will be ready for some action here. So we are minutes away from having cars on track. All right, so there we go. Again, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Live leaderboard, so I can have a live leaderboard to scroll up and down. And yeah, so again, it's been a very fun season so far. Hopefully you guys have been having a ton of fun with it as well. Of course, on the Cup Series side of things, we've still got, I think Stenhouse is still in a playoff spot, which as a Stenhouse fan is amazing. So there we go. No, I cannot show the race broadcast for copyright reasons. Yeah, so I'll be doing play-by-play, and then we've got the top 10 over there, along with the lap count, flag condition, and all that, but no, I cannot show the actual race stream on there for copyright reasons. Alright, so there we go. But yeah, so we got the poll. We'll go ahead and refresh that poll each stage, and we'll try to. I'm gonna try and pick different drivers, but in some cases, these the early stage drivers just end up jumping way further up the. Some of these guys like Corey Heim just end up being in such commanding lead of the field that you can't leave them off the list. Oh yeah, there we go. The Braves versus Reds game at Bristol Motor Speedway. The MLB game being played inside of Bristol later this year. That's gonna be a fun game. I know we've had a few people pop into chat that are gonna be going to that. Yeah. So looking forward to that one. Yep, the Speedway Classic 25. There we go. All right, so again, we are just chilling out here, getting ready for the, for the start of this race. Welcome on in. We got 21 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Friday night here. And, yeah, we will be, hopefully seeing engines fired here when we get back from this commercial break. All right, so there we go. But yeah, so again, our stream schedule for this weekend, we've got, obviously the stream we're doing right now. Tomorrow, I'm still up in the air. I'm probably leaning towards not streaming Cup qualifying, although if you guys want to see it, I will definitely consider it. Then we've got Xfinity Series race. We will absolutely be streaming. Indy 500, definitely streaming. Cup Series race on Sunday, we'll be streaming that. So, should be a fun weekend of racing. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to say, leading all, as a Gio leading all rookies in points, top 5s, top 10s, and average finish. Giovanni Ruggiero, the pole sitter for tonight, he has been a absolutely light out rookie of the year contender. I mean, it wasn't a easy rookie of the year field, but by any stretch. But Gio has just absolutely come to life here in the Truck Series. So that's one of those things that I find very very interesting when we have a rookie just absolutely laying it down here. He was able to go ahead and get his first career Truck Series pole yesterday. So, or was that yesterday? No, that was earlier today that they qualified. Alright, we got work tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. Especially because the forecast is calling for more rain, which I can't stand because I really want to be able to get back to the dirt track, but can't dirt track in the rain. Alright, so there we go. They're getting everybody into their cars, and the lid and the window nets up, so they are going to be getting ready for this one. Let's go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here, getting ready for the engines to fire, and we will be racing here shortly. Yeah, there we go. We've got the Mega Ball, the Mega Millions lottery balls there, given the command. Engines are fired, and we are ready to race. And trucks will begin to roll here momentarily. That's it. The sooner they roll, the sooner we go racing. So there we go. Alright, well, they are at a commercial break, so we're just chilling out here. Oh, come on. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I'm gonna go run and use the bathroom actually while we're at commercial break before we go racing, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we are back and we are ready for this one. So there we go. Trucks rolling off the starting grid, getting ready for this one. Let's go ahead and skip around to ads and let's get ready to roll. Alright, so there we go. Corey Heim. Wow, Heim has never won at Charlotte? Wow, that feels weird. Seeing Corey Heim at a track where he hasn't won before, or where he hasn't won yet. Alright, there we go. We are chilling out here. Alright, so again, the three Tricon car, three of the Tricon cars are rolling off from the top three spots. Yeah, Chastain and the Watermelon car will be on the outside of row 2. Again, we're getting ready for this one. Hopefully, you guys are excited as we are building this one up towards the, towards the green flag here. The Charlotte logo there on the number 34 car. University of Charlotte for Lane Riggs on the sponsorship there. He's only ran Charlotte one other time last year, and it was a 28th place finish. That was a rough one for him. Hopefully, he can bounce back to a little bit better of a finish today. So there we go. Welcome on in. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Tanner Gray and Gio Ruggiero on the front row. Ruggiero's the pole sitter. Again, we got Corey Heim and Ross Chastain on the inside and outside of row 2. Row 3, we will see the 45 of Caden Honeycutt and the 19 of Daniel Hemrick. Alright, so those two are getting ready for that one. Let's see. Alright, so there we go. Lane Riggs and Rajah Cruz, row 4. Row 5 is Smith and Chandler Smith and Garcia. We got a deep field today. Again, Grant Enfinger having run the ARCA race earlier today to get himself warmed up for this one. And we got a lot of heavy hitters throughout the field, especially those Thor Sport trucks. Those should be very fast trucks, although Matt Crafton has not been a major factor. Then we got guys like Stuart Friesen having come from the back of the field. Didn't get the chance to put down a qualifying lap. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Alright, so they're doing their pass through on pit road, getting ready for this one. So Chastain, a one-time Charlotte winner, won it back in 2022 when he was during his real rookie campaign effort. I guess no, he was a full-time driver the year before that. But yeah, his first year at the Trackhouse team at Team Trackhouse. So there we go. All right, I'm also having to do race picks for the lap down podcast that I'm a part of. So. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hey, Sergeant Bob, I think some Heim Riggs payback coming tonight. Yeah, that could definitely be a thing, but honestly, I hope not. I hope that they left it in Wilkesboro, but I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying I hope it doesn't. Alright, so there we go. 134 laps, 201 miles. Again, we got 30 laps, 74 laps with a fuel window of about 50 to 55 laps. You can go nearly those first two stages with no pit stops for fuel. That's pretty good. All right, there we go. Briscoe and Reddick. All right, so we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 people that still need to make NASCAR picks in the thing. And then we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got about 3 or 4 people for IndyCar as well. All right, so there we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We will be going racing here this time by. All right, so there we go. All right, so yeah, lights are off on the pace car. That'll be racing this time by. Let's say, here we go. Pace truck is off. Field in the hands of Gio Ruggiero and Tanner Gray. Green, green, green. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Charlotte. The 17 of Ruggiero is going to try and get a big jump on his teammate. His teammate may even lag back intentionally to try and let the other two Tricon cars up, which would certainly make it hard for him to continue to press any kind of attack. But it's not out the realm of possibility there. So here we go again. After the drop of the green flag, again, Ruggiero able to hang on to that lead spot, but again, Corey Heim making some efforts here to try and take it away. Let's say there's the 45 Chastain is staying very close. All right, so here we go. Again, 2 laps in here. Ruggiero to the bottom of the racetrack. He's looking to the inside. Sparks flying out from underneath the 11. The 11 currently trying to make a run on that outside. And I think Heim got it at the line. Yes, Corey Heim was able to lead at the line there. And again, right now, let's wait and see here. All right, so again, 28 laps to 28 to go here. Kyle Busch up into the top 10. There we go. That's what we were waiting to see how long that would take. Answer, not long. All right, so there we go. Again, Ruggiero dropped to 3rd here as Chastain is now making a real attempt at Corey Heim. All right, so there we go. Again, right now we're just chilling out here. 5 laps in. Again, Heim has managed to take the lead. Chastain to 2nd. Ruggiero has dropped all the way to 3rd. Tanner Gray has dropped all the way to 4th. Hemrick is 5th. Caden Honeycutt has not been able to stay where he started. That is unfortunate. Alright, so again, right now we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Here we go. Ross Chastain to the outside of the 11 here. The 11 of Corey Heim looking up the inside. He's going to try and fight this one off to see if he can get the spot back from the 44. 44 looking to the inside. Alright, so again, 24 laps in here, and here we go. Chastain with a big run around the outside. Chastain to the lead. There we go. Ross Chastain drives up and just passes Corey Heim. No real battle at all. There we go. Alright, so there we go again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so 27 laps to go here. Man, I am really struggling here. It's getting late, and I've been up. I was up early this morning, so. But yeah, right now we got, again, the 45 and the 15 are fighting it out for 6th position, but that is a significant ways back in the lead here at this point. I mean, we're already almost a third of the way through this first stage, which, I mean, these stages are short, but it does not feel like it. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see. Lane Riggs has made his way all the way up to 4th. There we go. Riggs coming in big there. So again, right now, Chastain in the lead here is the 45 of Honeycutt not taking prisoners here. There we go. The 45 of Honeycutt just passes the 15 of Tanner Gray. Goes to show that that qualifying speed doesn't exactly translate into race pace. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so here we go. 19 laps to go in stage number 1. Time is ticking here. Come on, man. I think what I need is that fan going. More some cold air. Give me a moment, guys. I'll push all the way up into the 8th position. There we go. Alright, there we go. Getting some air going. Getting a little bit of background noise going. Should be minimal there. Should be enough to keep some air going. Alright, there we go. And just in time for them to go to a commercial break. Please, side by side. Yes, side by side. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go. So 16 laps to go. We're halfway through this stage, and Heim is taking it to the back bumper of Chastain. Let's go. Corey Heim to the... Corey Heim down the back straightaway. Can Corey Heim make a run at Chastain's bumper here? Looking up the inside. No! Oh, wow. The 44 actually went for a big walk to make sure he couldn't get it. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, right now we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. They're showing off all the NASCAR shop stuff, which I'm looking forward. I've got some die casts in the mail. Alright, so 14 laps to go, and here we go. Corey Heim takes the lead, and here we go. Chastain looking to take it back. Ross Chastain back to the inside. Alright, so 14 laps to go. Again, time is of the essence here. And I say, especially if you're Kyle Busch and you want to try and make a real effort at winning stage 1. You're currently in 7th place. You're going to have to do a little bit better than that. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so 13 laps to go again. Everything is just working out here. Let's see. Alright, now we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright. Man, I am definitely missing out on some sleep. Alright, so there we go. They're coming back from commercial break here. We've got ourselves a real... We got 12 laps to go in the stage, and right now Heim has the lead over Chastain. I was going to say, Heim was able to win their little mini side-by-side battle that they had going on. So there we go. Corey Heim, say 6 straight and a half top 10 finishes. Let's see if he can continue it. Alright, so we got 11 laps to go here. Come on. So the 11 truck is going to have some lap traffic to have to deal with here as they're making their way through this one. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, Gizmo, you want to come up? Okay, why is it saying that my encoding preset is not good enough? Come on. Okay, Gizmo, you need to sit still if I'm gonna pick you up. Yep, you want to be picked up? Alright, here we go. Come on, Gizzy. There we go. Putty tat. Alright, 8 laps to go here. Corey Heim out in front of the field. Chastain. Yeah, to second. Riggs is in third. Ruggiero fourth. Honeycutt in fifth. Kyle Busch has made his way to 6th place. Let's go. Kyle Busch is on a tear right now. Let's go. Man. Alright, so here we go. Again, right now 6 laps to go, and Kyle Busch has 6 cars to pass before he can win the stage. So here we go. 7 laps to go. So let's see if he can pass 6 cars here. Kyle Busch on the outside, trying to make another move here. Where are you going? I'll say, where do you think you're going to get pets from up there? You ain't going up to my headrest. You ain't jumping on my head while I'm streaming. You're not a Pikachu. Say, you would look cute in the cowboy hat, though, I'm sure, Dizzy. Let's see. How do we think Gizmo would look in this thing? Let's see. Yeah, no, he didn't like that. Okay. Well, he was popping up here. Might as well give him an attempt. a chance to wear it. I like it. Here we go. 5 laps to go. So 5 laps to go. 5 more times around here. Heim has a 2-second lead on Chastain. Chastain's actually got a pretty good battle that they'll be starting here with Lane Riggs in a moment. Alright, so here we go. 4 laps to go. 4 more times around here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're just chilling out here. 2 laps to go. Now oh no, it is 2 laps to go. 2 more times around here. Heim with a 2-second lead here on the stage. So it looks like it's going to be Corey Heim winning this one. Chastain to second. Lane Riggs to third. Hey, my 3 was a pretty good pick of the 3 I was picking. I mean, granted, they were 3 of the furthest forward of the guys who I thought could stick there. Kyle Busch into the top 5, though. I wanted to add Kyle Busch as that 4th option, but I had to do another. But yeah. And there we go. White flag, 1 lap to go. 1 more time around. Let's see. Heim, Chastain, and Riggs. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Again, last lap of the first stage here. Corey Heim's got a massive lead. Question is, can anyone challenge for behind for any of the positions? But here we go. Cross the line. Heim wins stage 1. Chastain second. Third will be Riggs. 4th, Honeycutt. And 5th will be Kyle Busch. 6th, Ruggiero. 7th, Hemrick. 8th, Chandler Smith. 9th, Majeski. And running out your top 10 finishers today will be Matt Mills. In 10th. And there we go. Alright, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I'm going to get myself another drink because this one is pretty well empty. And not exactly doing the job either at this point. Should have gotten a nap in earlier, but oh well. Drop some suggestions as to who you guys would like to see on the stage 2 poll. No? Alright, we are back and we are ready for this one. I was in the fridge. I was reminded that I haven't actually eaten much since breakfast this morning at like 10. Well, really, that was lunch. So here we go. Cars coming down pit road. We got Chastain, Hyman Riggs. Let's see. Who gets it? Let's see. Let's see who wins the race off pit road here. Alright, Lane Riggs is already done in a way, but I believe his pit stop is a lot earlier on pit road. Not right now, Gizzy. Nope. So we're going to have a little bit of pizza here to at least get some food into me. But here we go. Cars coming off pit road. Smoke everywhere as everybody's smoking the tires as they're leaving. And I say, Caden Honeycutt up. There we go. Yeah, drinking coffee. I was going to grab an energy drink, and I was reminded that, oh yeah, I haven't actually eaten. So yeah, Caden Honeycutt jumps up 3 spots over Corey Heim. Lane Riggs third. Fourth will be Kyle Busch. Fifth, Ruggiero. Chastain loses 4 spots on pit road. Yikes. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I've also been up since about 4 a.m. So, yeah, 4 a.m. Eastern time, so I've been up for closing in on about 20 hours, probably about that. Or, no, not quite that. Probably close to 15, 16 hours, but still. It's been a long day. Alright, well, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. That also probably doesn't help having the race tracker up. Probably does not help the speed. So there we go. Caden Honeycutt leading laps at Charlotte. There we go. That's a headline that no one expected. I am really curious to see what Kyle Busch can do from 4th place here. And so far for cars a lap down, we got Tony Breidinger for Tricon. Yeah, we got Justin Carroll, Frankie Muniz, all 2 laps down, and then Cody Dennison is 1 lap down currently. So, there we go. That's a quick little race update here while we're currently under the caution flag. Alright, so there we go again. We're just chilling out here, currently under commercial break and the caution flag, so you're not missing anything. Alright, so there we go again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's go ahead and put our poll together here. So I'm gonna try to stick to my guns here. I'm gonna say we aren't gonna include any of the 3 names from the last one. So let's see. Who will win stage 2? have a feeling I know who the answer is going to be here, but maybe I'll be surprised by the support of a certain driver here. Alright, so there we go. Managed to pull it off without repeating a single name from the previous poll. And I anticipate that the vote will almost certainly be about 90% Kyle Busch. Because Kyle Busch is absolutely the dominant driver of the night. Probably will be once he gets track position, which he now has. He is starting inside second lane. Alright, so here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to go back racing. So you've got Riggs and Heim in second and third right now. And then you've got Chastain, who fell back to sixth for his restart. Alright, so here we go. Get ready to go back racing. Let's see. Can Corey Heim get the, can he sweep the stages? That's what I think we all want to know here. Let's see, here we go. Pace car's off. Field in the hands of Corey Heim and Caden Honeycutt as we go green, 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 green flags out. We are back to racing. Let's go. Alright, so here we go. The Corey Heim versus Caden Honeycutt battle commences here. Again, we got Kyle Busch on the inside line here, going to push Caden Honeycutt to the lead. Honeycutt's going to try and block here. I believe the 45 and Inspire are aligned, so that is potentially a teamwork type thing that we can see happening here. But yeah, 22 laps to go in this stage here, working their way through this one. It's gone pretty good so far. Kyle Busch looking to the bottom, not able to get there. Now Corey Heim with a big push all over the back bumper of the 45. I'm looking for any kind of momentum to try and make something happen there. Hey, Lightning, how's it going? But yeah, right now, Heim just retook the lead here with authority here as he's going to try and make this one happen. But right now, Ross Chastain has moved his way back to third. Kyle Busch is back to fourth, so. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? I'd love to see Kyle Busch get another Truck Series win. I mean, it's not a Cup win, but hey, we could use anything right now to turn Kyle's season around. Alright, so here we go. Again, Chastain right now up to second. He's going to try and make a charge at the lead. Again, Corey Heim has that lead currently on lock. But Chastain, Honeycutt, and Kyle Busch, the three cars right behind him, they don't want to let this one up. Not at all. Alright, so here we go again. Right now to the bottom of the racetrack. Honeycutt looking to try and make a move on his teammate. They only seem to play an odd strategy, but they're both catching the back bumper of the 11, so it's actually going to become a really important move because now the 45 is on the inside of the 11, and the two of them can potentially clog the track, so there's nowhere for the 44 to go. It's actually a pretty smart strategy there by the 45 to get out of line at the right time. And here we go. Kyle Busch looking to try and pop out of line to go underneath the struggling cars. Alright, here we go. Lane Riggs looking to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get some kind of momentum going. Looks like maybe Majeski going with him, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to make something happen. They get back in line and proceed as nothing happened. Alright, so 15 to go. 15 up, 15 down. We've gone 15 laps on this stage, 15 left to go. Alright, so yeah, we're making this one happen. Here we go. Kyle Busch to the bottom of the racetrack. Lane Riggs to the middle. Ross Chastain way at the top. Alright, so here we go again. Right now we got ourselves a pretty good battle going on. Kyle Busch moves his way up into the third position as he passes Ross Chastain. Alright, so we got 14 laps to go. And Kyle Busch, all the way at the top of the track. He's trying to make anything happen here. He's currently in third. He needs about 60. He needs about 6 tenths of a second to catch Honeycutt and another 6 tenths to catch here we go. 13 laps to go. Again, they're working their way through this one pretty well here. Alright, so there we go. Again, right now we're working our way through this one. And so the 44 Chastain is really struggling to try and find some moves here. Alright, so here we go. Again, 12 laps to go. They're working their way through this one pretty effectively here. The Lane Riggs versus Majeski here as they're working their way through it. Alright, so again, right now we're working our way through this one. Let's see. Brandon Jones up into the top 10. There we go. Alright, so 10 laps to go. 10 more times around here for the leader, Corey Heim. Heim's got a really good control over this field. I mean, a minute or a second and a half here over Honeycutt. Another 2 seconds or more back to Kyle Busch. Alright, so here we go. Again, we're just pulling up here. This one's actually been a pretty good stage so far. It's actually been fairly action-packed. Not a lot of just waiting. we go. We're chilling. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. 8 laps to go here in stage number 2. Alright, so there we go. 6 laps to go. Alright, 5 laps to go. 5 more times around here. Yeah, right now, Corey Heim out in front of the field. He might just, is he about to just sweep these stages? Alright, so here we go. 3 laps to go. And Corey Heim has a 2.5 second lead. He ain't losing that, not in that time frame. Alright, here we go. Final lap. Here we go. White flag is out. Corey Heim has the lead here for the end of stage 2. 60 laps completed. And Corey Heim has led 41 of them as he has just crushed this. Checkered flag. Stage 2 win goes to Corey Heim. Caden Honeycutt gets 2nd. 3rd is going to be Kyle Busch. 4th, Riggs. 5th, Chastain. 6th, Emmerich. 7th, Majeski. 8th, Ruggiero. Yeah, Chandler Smith coming home 9th. And rounding out your top 10 will be Grant Enfinger. Brandon Jones, the first driver to miss out on points. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out. Hopefully, we can be a little more interested in the second half because, I've been a little bit off my game today. Not to mention I'm trying to multitask, which never goes well. So there we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Again, caution flag has already come out. The stage has ended. Alright, let's see. Where are some of the other drivers? I mean, Matt Crafton's anonymous once again. Stuart Vreeson's up to 20th. There we go. BJ McLeod is doing nothing with the really fast car he was given. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yeah, I know that this has not been the best stream in the world. It's been a long day. I apologize. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Alright, well, we got 11 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that has decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Friday night here. As we're getting ready for this one, they're doing a tribute here to Humpy Wheeler, who passed away this week, I believe. And yeah, Humpy Wheeler, as the promoter of the Charlotte Motor Speedway and the Coke 600, I mean, he was the guy around this facility in terms of promoters. Yeah, president and GM of. Oh, was it not him passing away? Oh no, he was the landmark winner. Sorry, there were a lot of different announcements over the past week. So yeah, no, he got the landmark winner. There was it was Colt's owner that passed away. But yeah, no, Humpy Wheeler though got the landmark award. He's been the president and GM of Charlotte for the last several years, and Kurt Busch is going to be a Hall of Famer. There we go. We love seeing Kurt Busch getting some love. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And here comes Corey Heim down pit road, gonna get that next pit stop going. And again, there will be at least one green flag pit stop needed to make it the final stage distance, assuming no cautions. Although in the Truck Series, assuming no cautions is just assuming wrong. Alright, so there we go. There we go. so there we go. Caden Honeycutt wins the race off pit road. Hine down to second. Riggs up a spot. Chastain up a spot. Kyle Busch loses 2. Come on. Kyle cannot catch a break. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. How's it going? Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I am excited to be able to actually check out the new upgrades on the new facility downstairs. Because we got our we did pick up our TV for the new office, so we got a 75-inch TV for the new office. We got that down there. It's actually coming along pretty good if we could just get the trim done and the final wall painted that we need painted. We'd be in really good shape. But yeah, so there we go. Alright, so we got 8 people hanging out in chat. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's get ready to come back from commercial break. We should hopefully see Caden Honeycutt as leader. Again, Corey Heim lost the lead on that one. Feels like Corey Heim's dominated, yet he's only led 44 of the 66 laps, which, again, isn't overly surprising, but then when you factor in that usually when he dominates, it's like 99.9% of the laps led were him. Alright, here we go. Coming back from commercial break, let's go! Alright, I'm going to try and bring some more energy here as we're finally into the final stage. Because, especially with the Truck Series, I am not the biggest fan of the, I'll fully admit I am not the biggest fan of the stages in trucks, just because I feel like they're fairly pointless, outside of, ironically, awarding points. But here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. Here we go. Honeycutt to the bottom. Hyman Riggs on the outside. Chastain to the bottom. Kyle Busch will line up third on the outside line. Ruggiero to the inside. Majeski on the inside. Hemrick goes outside. Infinger will line up in row 5 on the inside, while Carruth will line up to his outside. Hey, Game Slugger, how's it going? Let's go, Corey Heim. Yep, yeah, he's been doing really well tonight, and he is my pick to win this one. Yeah, he was my pre-race pick. I had the feeling that it was either going to be Corey Heim or Kyle Busch, and I was like, I don't want to pick my guy because of the unfortunate fact that I usually end up cursing whoever I pick, but I also felt pretty good about Corey Heim's ability, but right now, Kyle Busch on that last run, outside of the fact that he kind of faded Yeah, he actually had a pretty good run going. So let's see. Again, lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to go back racing. So here we go. Here we go. Don't literally drop the flag this time. I know it's not Michael Waltrip in the flag stand, and you probably won't be allowed in a flag stand ever again because of that. But here we go. The pace car dives for cover. Run away because you know there's going to be a crash coming at some point here. The Truck Series is green flag racing in stage number 3. Somehow I've not had a caution for contact all evening, and I don't anticipate that staying that way the entire way. Caden Honeycutt to the lead. Yeah, Chastain on his rear bumper. The two teammates for NASCAR Motorsports, the 45 and the 40. The 45 and the 44. And the 45 of Honeycutt able to jump out in front, get up to the top, block Heim. Heim now looking 3 wide to the middle, goes Heim. Time takes this one to the lead. And there we go. Chastain fighting on the inside. And Caden Honeycutt, not really sure if there was anything better he could have done in that situation. That was just a rough situation for Caden Honeycutt. And here we go. The drag race down the back straightaway. The 44 of Chastain staying in this one. Big side drafts. He's making some big moves here. But as of right now, off the corner, it looks like it's going to be the 11 winning this battle. And he is going to clear the 44 as they come off the... Oh, and there's the wreck! Crash behind the leaders. The 38 of Chandler Smith is going through. It looks like the 98 of Majeski also involved. Not sure who else may have gotten some damage here, but yeah, the 78 with big, the 98 with big damage, the 38 with a flat tire and some damage. So there is definitely a lot of chaos going on here, but yep, there we go. Oh, and contact with the 81 of Connor Mozak, who will also incur some damage. And oh man, Chandler Smith having 2 flat rear tires, and he is absolutely trying to just scrape his way back to the pits. Because if he's towed back to the pit area, he's going to have to go to the garage, and then he'll have to return later, which he will almost certainly lose on the lap. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Hey Appleton, hey Justin Appleton, how's it going? Let's go Stuart Friesen. Yep. As I say, he was starting from the back of the field after not posting a qualifying lap. He is currently 13th on the grid. Alright, so there we go. 13th on the grid here, 63 laps to go here. Now we got ourselves a pretty good race going. Yeah, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good one. We are currently 72 laps completed here, and we are under the first caution for contact all day. And I feel like I owe an apology to the field because I did kind of predict it coming. I said the thing you shouldn't say when we've had a very clean race, which is that we've had a very clean race. Yeah, because literally as we took the green flag, I was like, and so far, we have yet to have a caution for contact. And there it is. So, there we go. Alright. So, yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. And there he goes. Chandler Smith going to the garage. Probably done for the day. Team Majeski there pulling on the fender, trying to get the clearance to at least clear the tires. Looks like Dawson Sutton may have also gotten a piece of that in the number 26 truck. I did not see that on the first time around. So there we go. Going to a commercial break, and they will be back after that. Alright, so there we go. But yeah, I love seeing the support tonight has been amazing. We had a ton of people in here for ARCA earlier. Now we got a lot of people in here for trucks tonight. We'll be back for Xfinity Series tomorrow. If you guys want, I can do Cup Series qualifying, but I am not sold that Cup Series qualifying will be something people will want to watch. But if you guys want to see it, let me know, because that's how I know what you guys want to watch it, by you guys telling me so. Alright, there we go. Alright, Stuart's a good buddy of yours. Alright, cool. And I say earlier during the ARCA stream, we actually had one of the ARCA drivers' brother, the brother of the ARCA driver, was actually in the chat. Which driver was it? It was the 07 truck, or 07 car was the, we had the brother in there, but for the life of me cannot remember the name off the top of my head. But yeah, that was again, ARCA, for whatever reason, whenever I stream ARCA, it is an absolute massive stream for it. But then as soon as it's trucks, Xfinity, or Cup, the audience seems to shrink dramatically. But I still appreciate every single one of you guys that's here. Cletus, he had a clean day up until like the very end, when he ended up in a caution. I believe he finished one lap down in 9th. I believe is where he was finally scored. Let's see. Do. But yeah, Cletus definitely he did cause a pretty decent sized wreck though in the race, just because he was restarting on old tires. So yeah, one of those things that you just kind of gotta learn. So his final finishing position was one lap down in 9th. For Cletus McFarland in the ARCA race. And actually, while I had that list up, I should have looked at the guy's name. It was Jeff Schofield. It was his brother that was in chat. So, all right, there we go. We got 8 people hanging out in chat. Again, we are just chilling out here on a Friday night. We got Xfinity Series racing tomorrow, and then Cup. We got Indy 500 and Cup on Sundays. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, missed the race because you thought it was later. Yeah, good that I didn't miss into the truck race. Yep. Yeah, I mean that's the hard part with ARCA, is that ARCA is at just some of the weirdest times. Like today's was actually a pretty good one. I mean, the 6 o'clock start time for ARCA, that's good. But like I am annoyed by all the like noon Saturday at noons that they end up doing, because it's like, I am not home from work at noon on a Saturday. Let's see. Let's see what the schedule is for the next one. So it's June 6th. Let's see. It is okay. It's a 5 p.m. start time on June 6th. June 6th. That is a what? Friday? yep, that's 2 weeks from today. How do you guys feel about another ARCA stream? Because I'm thinking ARCA at Michigan could be a fun one. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I definitely think ARCA at Michigan could be a fun stream. And considering people seem to actually show up for the ARCA streams, definitely interested in that idea. Alright, so there we go. And here we go. Lights are off in the pace car. We are getting ready for the choose code. Heim to the bottom. Chastain and Honeycutt to the top. Kyle Busch, second row, inside line. Riggs to the top. Yeah, Hemrick to the bottom. Infinger and Carruth gonna share row 4. Infinger on the inside. And then Matt Mills on the inside and Ben Rhodes on the outside of row 5. There we go. Dawson Sutton, after getting a piece of that wreck, will line up in row 6. And BJ McLeod in row, all the way back in row 10. Finally getting his first mention during the race. But yeah, he has had a rough day for someone in a very good truck. Are you kidding me? Corey Hines almost had 1,000 laps led on the Truck Series season. Yeah, Cletus's next race is supposed to be Bristol, which I am annoyed because I'm going to be getting into Bristol a little late in the afternoon, so I'm not going to be able to get up there for that one. I'll be there for Trucks. I just won't be there I might catch like the tail end of the ARCA race, but yeah, I won't be there for the ARCA, for the majority of that ARCA race, but I'll be there for the rest of the weekend for Bristol. Alright, so here we go. Pace car dives for pit road. Run away. Hope they don't wreck again. As we go, green. Green flag is out. We are back to racing, and let's go. Come on. Kyle Busch or Corey Heim, one or the other. I really don't care which one at this point. Let's just get this thing clear. 57 laps to go. Still plenty of time for things to change, but here we go. Corey Heim out in front of the field. Kyle Busch gonna fight with... Oh, no, he's just gonna give up the second to Ross Chastain. Fall in line into third here. Now he's side by side with Lane Riggs, who is on the inside line. And say, that side by side battle is not what Kyle wants to be doing. He wants to be... he wants to be the guy doing the side drafting, or he wants to just be getting away from people at this point. But right now, 56 laps to go, fresh off a restart, and it is going to be hard for any driver to kind of just get some space between the other drivers. So yeah, here we go. Where do you get ARCA tickets? So ARCA is typically included with the truck ticket. The truck ticket gets you in for the entirety of Friday. So yeah, essentially the ARCA is just included with your truck ticket. If I'm not mistaken, that's how they've done it in years past. I assume that's how they're still doing it. So here we go. 55 laps to go. Yeah, Rajah Carruth in spot number 8. Again, these Spire Motorsports trucks, they are not slow. But yeah, there we go. They're going through. Everybody's kind of gaining and losing some spots here. Yeah, say Heim had the 44 of Chastain looking to his inside, but not able to steal a spot. Alright, so here we go again. 54 laps to go here. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, you live an hour from Bristol, that's why you ask. Okay, yeah, because I live 18 hours from Bristol, so yeah, I'm gonna be flying down there for Bristol, and then I'll be coming back up homeward bound for New Hampshire the following week. So that'll be a fun 2-week stretch. But yeah, me and a bunch of friends, we usually hit up the fall Bristol race, so it's a pretty good time. And we are sitting 6 subscribers away from hitting 3,000 subscribers. If we hit 3,000 subscribers tonight, that will be insane. How about this? If we hit 3,000 subscribers, we'll do the we'll have a celebration during the Cup Series qualifying stream tomorrow. Sound like a fair deal? You say all we need to do is find 6 subscribers tonight, which we got 52 laps. But yeah, here we go. 51 laps to go here. Corey Heim out in front of the field. Lane Riggs keeping it close here. Kyle Busch battling it out with Ross Chastain, the 2 Cup drivers. Oh, that was a big block. Kyle Busch just put a big block on Ross Chastain, and I guarantee Chastain will remember that. And say that is one of those things that Chastain will remember, and he will use to justify a little bit more contact on the following couple of runs. So here we go. Again, Kyle Busch, though, now clear. He can start to try and chase down Riggs and Heim. And he is fast, but I don't know if he's faster than Heim is right now. I mean, Heim is a absolute speed demon right now. And here we go. Here comes the 45. Looking to the bottom on the 44. The 2 NASCAR Motorsports trucks going to have a little bit of friendly competition here between the 2 teammates as they try and race each other out here. Ross Chastain's line as we take 49 laps to go. Still plenty of time. But it is going to be harder to get close if you're going to be battling with each other. So again, right now, whoa, that was a lap truck there on the 44. The 44 Chastain had to get around that one. That was Cody Dennison in the number 2 truck. The Rayum team has had some real issues, especially with that number 2 truck. I mean, it's a friend of the channel and guy we got to interview, Truck Series driver Steven Malazzi, who also drives that 2 truck on a couple of occasions. He's had some atrocious luck with the consistency of those cars, and it is definitely something to keep an eye on. But I don't remember if this part that I was thinking about saying was part of our interview, or if that was something that he said off the record that wasn't to be shared, because I don't want to share something that I'm not supposed to. So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, and there's the crash from, there's the how it started. So that was off the nose of, I think, Giovanni's truck. So yeah, let's see. Everybody excited. You guys were out and everything. Yep, there we go. First DNF of the season for Chandler Smith. There we go. First time he has failed to finish a race. That's actually a pretty impressive stat to have gotten that far. Where's Stewart sitting? Stuart Friesen is currently in 15th, 11 seconds back of the leader. So, there we go. Here comes the 99 truck back out onto the racetrack. It looks like he may have made a pit stop. Yeah, so there we go. Again, right now we got 45 laps to go. Again, we still got a bit of time here. But, this one's going pretty well so far. 45 laps to go. Heim, though, out in front of the field, and he is just dominating this one. He's now led 67. He is now closing in on having led half. In fact, I think he has officially led half the laps right there. Yep, lap 68 led. He has led over half the laps in the entire thing. Okay, so the 99 had a flat tire, and he managed to make it to pit road on the flat without bringing out a caution flag. Good on Ben Rhodes for that. You kind of wanted a caution, though, if you got a flat tire. But I know you're not really supposed to be trying to bring out a caution just because you have a flat tire. But there's also there's also drivers that you could have the smallest little thing and they throw a caution for it to help you. So, infinger up into the top 6. There we go. You're making some good progress through the field here. I'm impressed with Dawson Sutton. Assuming that was him that I saw get a piece of the wreckage. He's having a really tough spot there, but yeah. So the average finish of the four Thor Sport trucks, you've got Jake Garcia with the best average. Then you got Majeski, Rhodes, and then Crafton has got the worst average of the 4 Thor Sport trucks. And really weird to see them all winless at this point. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. We're at commercial break. You're not missing anything, or at least we can't. We're not missing anything more than we normally would be because we're at a full screen commercial break. But yeah, Corey Heim is absolutely just decimating this field. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's go ahead and spin the wheel for the next person for the podcast picks. Alright, so there we go. I like the Toyotas and JGR. Yeah, me too. I was a Carl Edwards fan for the longest time. Followed him to Yo-Yo's Racing. Loved the kind of everybody works together type of mentality that they had at the 2016 Daytona 500, and that's when I kind of really firmly decided that I needed it, that I was going to take a second driver as my kind of successor to Carl Edwards, and unbeknownst to me, he retired very shortly after that in the fall of that, or at the end of the last season. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, well, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Kyle Busch in second, but he's 4.5 seconds back. That is going to be a monster to have to run down. Especially if Chastain's still close enough to cause problems. Which it definitely looks like he is going to be close enough to cause problems. Let's see. Alright, not usually an asphalt guy. I mostly follow dirt, but got support Stewart. Yep. I'm waiting for the local dirt track up here to open up. But we've just had so much rain and snow melting and rain. And I forget to mention the rain, that they haven't been able to have a single race up here for the local dirt track. Yeah, Wiscasset and whatnot have some good paved tracks, but they are a little bit further away than the dirt track, and well, the dirt track is dirt. So here we go. Again, nearly 5-second advantage here for Corey Heim over Kyle Busch here. Alright, so there we go. Again, right now we got ourselves a pretty good race going, though. I mean, outside of the Corey Heim at the front of the field, who's up now 5 seconds over Kyle Busch. The fact that you've got a pretty close battle for second is actually pretty impressive. Alright, so there we go. Let's see. Stewart was just up here back in Canada for a World of Outlaws sprint race, or a World of Outlaws race. It was cool to see him in a wheel of 410 sprint. Yeah, I love it when the last year we had the Sprint Cars of New England Championship finale happened at my local dirt track last year. I actually was doing a live stream at the track of the entire thing. That was a fun day. Alright, here we go. Oh, Caden Honeycutt coming down for his green flag stop. There we go. 31 laps to go. Corey Heim on pit road. There we go. Corey Heim does pit road. Alright. Funniest interviews? I mean, I think, especially if you're including ARCA, I think you got to give it to Cletus McFarland because he plays up. He definitely plays into that Talladega Nights type character. But if you're talking about like an actual, and I mean no offense to him when I say this, an actual driver, because he's more of a personality that came in and he's done really well, but he came in as with the personality, and that was the main reason he was there for Daytona. It was just out of a love of the sport and because of the personality, I think the biggest thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's a big difference between funny people who are trying to be funny, like him, and people who are just ironically funny. Where it's like, oh yeah, where driver will say something that they mean that they're dead serious on, but then yeah, but I mean McFarland is just an easy answer for that one. All right, let's get he took Bowman for race picks. There's a 27 laps to go here. Rajah Caruth, Andres Perez out in front of the field. Stuart Friesen still yet to pit. BJ McLeod up into the top 5. Timmy Hill up to the top 5 for now. Corey Heim currently holds it in 11th. Is currently the best of the drivers who is yet to pit. But man, can Kyle Busch's pit crew cut him a single break? Because he went from being the second driver behind Heim to losing out a spot to Chastain, Riggs, and Honeycutt now. I mean, that's a lot of people to be losing out to. Alright, so here we go. They go to commercial break here. 25 laps to go in the race. We got ourselves a little while left. Let's see. Yeah, and that's one of those things like Kyle Busch, he's dead serious when he says stuff, but man, it sounds really funny. Like, you've got guys out here who have never won sprint car races, for example. That one-liner. He was basically dead serious with it, but it was definitely funny to hear. 24 laps. Yeah, let's see. How did he jump to second? Green flag pit stops are occurring right now, so he hasn't pit yet while the rest of the drivers have pit. Corey Heim in 7th is the first driver who has already made his final pit stop. Heim in 7th and Chastain in 10th are the two drivers in the top 10 who have made their final pit stop. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, so that's how that happened. And then there we go. BJ McLeod pits from the spot. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to say 22 laps to go. Let's see what we got. Again, 22 laps. There's not a lot of time left, but as I say, we know there's too much for Carruth to make it. Friesen out, they can fuel mileage, that kind of thing. Alright, so again, most of these guys have all been out there for 25, 30, been out there for 30, 35 laps at this point for the guys who have yet to pit, but it's going to be a, yep, there we go, let's see. Alright, let's see, come on. Again, 20 laps to go. There's still got to be a pit stop or two coming in here, but man, let's see. Alright, here we go. Rajah Carruth going to be coming to pit road, it looks like. So yeah, Rajah Carruth looking like, yep, there we go. He's going to come down pit road. Alright, so yeah, there we go. Carruth coming to pit road, and we are working our way through this one. Man, it is so late. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. There we go. The 71 pulls into the pit stop. So you're going to get 4 tires and fuel here, and that will leave Friesen, Timmy Hill, Jack Wood, Crafton, and Ruggiero as some of the only ones who have yet to come to pit road for this most recent stop. Alright, so there we go. Friesen comes in, gets 4 tires and fuel, and he is going to hopefully be able to at least do something. But yeah, here he comes, coming into pit road. Oh no, he only goes 2 tires, 2 tires, 2 tires. There we go. And there we go. Corey Heim back to the race lead with 17 laps to go. Alright, so 17 laps to go here. Let's see. What do we got? Alright, so Kyle Busch is back in 9th place. Yikes. Why is Kyle Busch back in 9th place? Come on, man. Alright, 15 laps to go, and again, right now, Heim has a 5-second lead. That is insane. And there we go. Chastain just passed Timmy Hill, and that's going to put it a car that's already pitting 1 and 2. Alright, this one is definitely a long race here. 15 laps to go. Alright, come on. 14 laps to go. Let's see. Where's Stewart after the pit stop? He is 1 lap down in 18th currently. Yeah, he's the first car lap down, so theoretically, if we got a caution, he'd do a free pass. Alright, let's see. Right now, we're just working our way through this one. 13 laps to go. I don't think anyone's catching Corey Heim at this point. I think Corey Heim's got this one in the bag. He's got 6.5 seconds between himself and anybody else. Alright, 12 laps to go. Come on. Man, I am so tired. 12 laps to go. Here we go. Let's go. Corey Heim out in front of the field. 6.5 seconds out in front now. And this gap is only getting bigger here. It's a monster one here. Alright, so here we go again. Gio led the first 2 laps of the day and then nothing since. Alright, so there we go. Again, 11 laps to go. They're working their way through this one. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, man. Let's skip around the ads because at this point I know I don't deserve the ad breaks that it's going to put on you guys. Because here we go. 9 laps to go. 9 more times around. Eight laps to go here, and they're showing a replay of the Spring Martinsville race and Spring Rockingham, where the 11 got lost those races on things that weren't really his choice. Here we go. Come on, 7 laps to go. Man. It just feels weird seeing Corey Heim with this much of a lead. I mean, this race is essentially over. I'm going to say, barring another caution, Corey Heim has got this one in the bag. All right, come on, 6 laps to go. Alright, come on. 6 straight mile and a half top 10s, nice. fact, now he's putting together a little bit of a win streak. Oh, there we go. All right, come on. Oh, man. 5 laps to go, and again, Heim just has so many leads here. There we go. Wow, Corey Heim's on a similar page to Kyle Busch's rookie year. All right, here we go. Let's see. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around, and let's see if we can get this one. Or if we're going to see a caution flag come out and really throw a wrench in the plans here. All right, 4 laps to go. Come on. Oh, man. I am so tired. 3 laps to go. 3 more times around. All right, here we go. 3 laps to go. Man. Now 2 laps to go. Here we go. Corey Heim out in front of the field, 6.5 second lead with 2 laps to go. Let's see, can Corey Heim finish this one off and avoid a caution? It's the only thing that could ruin his day at this point. Down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. He's just going to be looking for the white flag this time by Corey Heim. And he's gonna see the white flag. White flag, 1 lap to go. And it is gonna be Corey Heim out in front of the field by 6.5 seconds over everybody else. And that is going to be a dominating win here for Corey Heim. Yeah, Corey Heim with an absolutely crushing win here. Yeah, as a Chastain, Honeycutt, Riggs, they were all no match for him. I mean, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Corey Heim gets the win. Chastain, Honeycutt, Riggs, Busch comes home 5th. 6th, Enfinger. 7th will be Matt Mills. 8th, Hemrick. 9th, Caruth, and rounding out your top 10 today will be Brandon Jones. And as per usual, we'll just go quickly through the full finishing order to give everybody their proper respect, but I am tired, so we're going to be wrapping it up pretty quick. So we just went through the top 10. Yeah, but yeah, then we got Jake Garcia in 11th. 12th is going to be Tyler Ankrum. 13th, we find Stuart Friesen in 13th. There we go. Good job, Stuart Friesen. Came back to finish 13th. Yeah, 14th, Parker Kligerman. 15th, BJ McLeod. Andres Perez coming home in the 16th position. Ben Rhodes and Luke Fenhouse coming home 17th and 18th, respectively. Jimmy Hill comes home 19th. And... something just popped up instead. Not what I'm trying to do. All right. Yeah, so then we had Tim Hill in 19th and Matt Crafton rounding out your top 20. Gio Ruggiero coming home in the 21st position. Stephen Parsons 22nd. 23rd, Connor Mozak. 24th will be Spencer Boyd. Jack Wood will be rounding out your top 25. Tanner Gray, 26th. 27th, Frankie Muniz. Mason Maggio coming home in the 28th position. Cody Dennison, 29th. Tony Breitinger coming home 30th. I feel like we didn't really even talk about her all day. Yeah, then we had Dawson Sutton, 31st. Ty Majeski, 32nd. Justin Carroll, 33rd. And in dead last today, it is Chandler Smith driving the 38 truck. thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this live stream, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams, and share the content with some friends. So here's gonna be my my thing to you guys. If you guys want to see Cup Series qualifying, if we hit 3,000 subscribers, so we just need to get 6 more subscribers, but before, let's say, 2 p.m. tomorrow. So that, actually not, let's say by noon Eastern tomorrow, if we can gain 6 more subscribers, we'll do a celebratory stream, and we'll go ahead and stream Cup Series qualifying. If we hit it after that, then we'll see what we end up doing for a celebration stream after that. But yeah, if you guys really want to see Cup Series qualifying, if we can get 6 more subscribers by noontime tomorrow. So thank you guys though for watching. If you guys did enjoy this live stream, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with this night. Have a great night, everybody, and I'm going to bed. Goodbye!